Welcome back. You're watching the news tonight. Well, the fabulous 15 for the World Cup this year have been announced. 3 spinners, 4 pacers and 8 batsmen including MS Dhoni will carry the burden of India's hopes. And according to the chairman of selectors, this is the best balanced team ever. Chennai boy R. Ashwin is in while Murali Vijay is out of the ICC World Cup starting on the 19th of February in Dhaka. India's World Cup squad has ignored Sreesanth and Rohit Sharma while Piyush Chawla has made a surprise entry. And Sreesanth has tweeted that he is heartbroken after not being picked in spite of the team going in with 3 spinners. Skipper MS Dhoni and coach Gary Kirsten joined the selection meeting via video conferencing since they are in South Africa for the ongoing ODI series.
We have selected probably the best combination that we've thought over. We have discussed with the captain, the coach. The 2 of our selectors have been sitting on other side in South Africa, and we had a thorough discussion on what will be the best combination that could win us the World Cup. So the various considerations was taken into account, the wicket conditions, the opposition we are playing, and what kind of wickets that will be probably happening in India. So taking all this into account, I think we've selected a very well balanced team, because don't forget, when you play in India, the spinners will probably play a very major role, and I'm confident with the kind of balance that we have, the kind of batting lineup that we have, that this Indian cricket team, led by MS Dhoni, Virendra Sehwag, Tendulkar, Gautam Gambhir, Virat Kohli, Yuvraj Singh, Raina, Harbhajan Singh, Zahid Khan, Munaf Patel, Praveen Kumar, Ashish Nehra, R. Ashwin, Yusuf Pathan and Piyush Chawla, they will do the job for us. Because don't forget, this particular Indian team has been doing brilliantly for the last couple of years, both in Test cricket and one-day cricket. And they've been performing very consistently, not only in India, but outside India. And that gives us the confidence for us to do well. Even the recent match that took place day before yesterday, this particular team was able to defend a small total of 190, that too against South Africa, in South Africa. So that way we are very confident that this team will do well and win the World Cup for us.
And here is the official lineup of the men in blue who are going to be doing the job for us. Let's begin with the openers. Right on top, Sachin Tendulkar, Virendra Sehwag and Gautam Gambhir, who was sent back home from South Africa due to various injuries, have now made it to the squad. Moving on to the middle order that features Virat Kohli, Suresh Raina, Yuvraj Singh and Yusuf Pathan. And in the spinners department, Bajji, Chennai boy R. Ashwin and Piyush Chawla make it through. And there is no reserve wicket keeper though, Dhoni being the lone wicket keeper and playing the leader of the pack. The captain cool will have a lot of pressure and hopes by the nation to sustain on his shoulders. And lastly, the fast bowlers figuring are Zahir Khan, Praveen Kumar, Ashish Nehra and speedster Munaf Patel. And let's listen to what Chennai fans think about the team selected for the World Cup this year.
Sehwag, Gambhir, Sachin, Raina, Yuvraj, we can say the 15 also. But as far as Dhoni's captaincy, we're winning a lot of matches. So I hope so this team will definitely make a change after 28 years. So the host nation will definitely win this match. I really thank and wish the Indian team the best.
His captaincy is the best captaincy. You have seen many tournaments, Dhoni is leading the team from the front. He's a really master man. So I think his captaincy will really lead us to this World Cup. I think Dhoni is the best.
The team is fantastic. And it is little bit disappointing that Murali Vijay is not selected because he is from Chennai. Okay, it's all right. We have all kinds of players, captain, sub-captain and bowlers, pacers, everyone we have, and hopefully we will win.
Surely luck will favor because he is a legend, he is a god of cricket. So I think this won't be a last World Cup, and as a fan I want Sachin to play for the next World Cup also. But he said that he will make India to win the World Cup and then he will retire. So I think Sachin is somewhat a special man. So we can't expect he will retire. And if he retire, I'm really disappointed. I really cry for it.
Come on India, go for it!
Well, we all do hope that this dream team will bring back the World Cup home this year. Well, moving on to a cricketer who is experiencing quite a low time in his life. Despite no takers for Ganguly in IPL 4 auctions, the former Indian captain has revealed his mantra on bouncing back. He says that he will continue to focus on cricket and that he has learned to live with disappointments.
তখন ইন্ডিয়ার আবার খেলার ইচ্ছে ছিল, তারপর ডিফারেন্ট স্টেজে যে অবস্টাকলস এসেছে, কোনোটা পেরিয়েছি কোনোটা পেরোতে পারিনি, সব খেলার ইচ্ছে থেকে। যদি আমি মনে করি যদি মানে এম বা গোলটা ঠিক জায়গায় থাকে খেলা, কারণ ওটাই তুমি কন্ট্রোল করতে পারবে, বাকি পারবে না। কে তোমায় নিল, কে তোমায় নিল না, কে পলিটিক্স করলো, কে করলো না, কার পছন্দ কার অপছন্দ তোমার কোনো কন্ট্রোলই নেই। হয়তো তুমি সিম্পল কাজ করো, তাতেও তোমার হয়তো পছন্দ হয় না, হতে পারে, হয়ও। সেই জন্য আমার মনে হয় ফোকাসটাকে সিম্পল, যে আমার ক্রিকেট, কারণ পারফরমেন্স সলভস এভরিথিং। পরীক্ষায় রেজাল্ট, অ্যাক্টিং লাইনে সাকসেস, খেলাধুলোর লাইনে রান, football line goal kara, that solves all the problems.
And moving on to some national news, after cracking the whip on others, the Ministry of Environment could take its final decision on Lavasa. The Bombay High Court had given time till today for a decision. The extension was granted after the ministry informed the court that a final decision can be taken a week later alone. The high-profile Lavasa hill town in Maharashtra is charged with violating environment laws. Moving on to some news from neighbouring Kerala, which is still mourning the loss of many lives at the Sabarimala tragedy. The state government has to file a report by Thursday on the stampede that killed 102 devotees at the Sabarimala temple on Friday. While questions of how and why it happened is still in mid-air, so Vividyadran looks for the answers.
2 days after over 100 pilgrims died in a stampede at Ittuku, investigators still aren't sure about the cause. Was it because the administration was careless about enforcing rules? With over 100,000 pilgrims on this narrow forest path and just 230 policemen manning the unlit 27-kilometer corridor, it seemed like a disaster waiting to happen.
Was the administration quick enough to come for rescue?
No sir. After 1 hour, 1.5 hours only.
Most of the Sabarimala pilgrims, especially those from within Kerala, avoid the Pulumedu road. This is perhaps why most of those who died were from other states. The administration says they had warned the crowd, but no advisory or alert was issued. Also, hundreds of vehicles were allowed on the stretch, which is part of a tiger reserve and close to traffic. Not only did a car accident trigger the stampede, it also hindered rescue after that. But the police says it's not their fault.
Forest Department has to control the vehicular movement, etc. in the Periyar Reserve. It is not for the police to do.
This is the forest checkpost at Vallakadava in Idukki, where most of the pilgrims crossed and went over to Pulmed, where the tragedy took place. Clearly, there was no restrictions on bringing vehicles in this stretch. The police department says it was a responsibility of the forest department, and the forest department says they did not get any instruction from the police. And as the blame game continues, it's the life of the pilgrims that are put at risk. In Idukki with camera person SP Babu, Sovi Vidyadharan, NDTV.
And still ahead, is taming the bulldog culture and sport, or is it just plain cruelty? Watch our special discussion as an animal rights activist and an anthropologist fight it out.